Hey, what up, YouTube? Dark Signer here, coming at you guys with the deck profile. I haven't done a video in I don't know how long. I've still been playing, obviously. I still go to like a lot of events besides like the whole COVID-19 and stuff. So this is the deck I'm gonna be showing you guys. It's my Salamangreat deck. Played in a couple tournaments. I was able to get first in all of them. They're like just locals here in Cali. I mean, they're a lot smaller than they normally are. But still, nonetheless, this deck is very good. I suggest you guys try it out, and then also be showing you guys the deck that I played last time, which was the zombie deck, and I also got first place. I think the zombie deck is also very good, so stay tuned for that. And then I also got top 8 at the 2011 Rewind tournament. That one I probably won't show just because like not a lot of people care about 2011 Rewind. I guess like not like what's it called? It's not just the format that a lot of people know, especially like the newer players. But I'll go into this deck and I'll show you guys like my choices of like, especially now that the Numeron deck is out. So yeah, so here's the deck. So triple Buffalo and then a double Daily Debug. So essentially, like before, I was just playing 3 Debug and then no Buffaloes. But with the way things are now, everyone's playing Ghost Ogre, and just everyone's like just playing really annoying hand traps. Because before, like if you have an extender and they Veiler your impermanence this, it's fine because you could just like make your Bailings and then have like an extender. But now it's a little bit more difficult if this gets Ghost Ogre, so you do need to have like another card just to kind of go off. And then what's it called? This guy is just obviously a lot better against those kind of cards. So I've just been playing this ratio. I've been liking it a lot. It lets you draw your outs essentially, right? It lets you draw like hand traps as well when you're going first. So I definitely enjoy it. And then I'm not gonna change the ratios as of right now. I like the way that it is. Double Foxy, double Jack Jaguar, double Spinny, one Gazelle, and then one Falco. So I think all the ratios for the most part are pretty like standard. I tried playing one of this. I tried playing 3, but it was too much. I do like it when I have nothing else and I just normal summon this and try to get like something out of it. So this card is actually very, very, very beneficial, especially when you, like I said, have nothing going on. And then obviously these two, I just play this because it's an extra extender when you have nothing else. And then this obviously is like a 1 card, what's it called, decode, what's it called, Access Talker. So essentially this card is just always like really, really good. And like obviously just being able to make that card with just 1 card is obviously really good. And then Falco and Gazelle, just because you do obviously need this card. This card is like the best card in the deck. And then this card against like the grindy decks, you just want to be able to send it off of Gazelle and just keep bouncing it back. So it just keeps the grind game alive. It's very good, obviously being able to get back your spells and traps as well. And then triple Parallel Exceed. I was playing the little guy that searches this. But I just didn't like it just because it was another normal summon, and I prefer the normal summons that I have already. And I think it's actually a lot for what it is. But obviously this card's super good, and it makes your Babushka first turn against like Numeron, and you just really need that. And Dweller against a lot of other decks, so this card's obviously really good. I mean, this card, I think this card should have been a secret, but that's just me. And then for like the hand traps and stuff, like I guess Disruptors, I have Triple Ash. I would only play this card in this deck because obviously you could add it back, it becomes really good. It's also just like the more, I guess, like universal hand trap that just kind of hits everything. So, and then a triple effect Veiler. I mean, I think this card's really good right now. And then triple Ghost Ogre. I mean, everyone knows that you need this card right now. This card's just super good. It helps like against like almost every matchup essentially, right? The matchups that you used to play against before is not as live, but you definitely need against the newer decks. So, and then triple Impermanence. And then this card is a little different, but I've been liking this card a lot. It's double Chalice. So obviously I like it against Numerons, but I also just like it in general because if they ever make like King of Calamities, you could just obviously do this. Against Dweller is really good. If you have to get rid of a Bushka in the mirror match, because sometimes they just make it like against you because they don't know what you're playing. This card is just always really live. I've been liking this card like a lot. Sometimes you just gotta be over some stuff sometimes, so you kind of just like do it on your own, guys, if you want. And obviously even if you go first, you can still set this card so it becomes like another impermanence. I think that card is just really good. I think people should definitely be trying to play it. I will not play 3 of this just because that's not me. But I think this card's still very, very good. And then triple, I mean, the best card, Sign and Mining, could just out pretty much the whole deck. Only 2 pot. I can never see myself playing 3 pot. I've been trying it, and then I draw double pot, or like people always talk about like, well, those cards you weren't going to see them anyways. But the thing is, later on in the game, you could have been able to see them. And now you don't have access to it, so like it's good when you have nothing, absolutely nothing. But when you do have like your setups, it just becomes like a card to get extra hand traps or extra stuff, which is kind of like, I don't know. I just never been like a big fan of this card just because, like I said, I don't like banishing stuff that I don't want to banish. because sometimes you're able to get Gazelle and stuff like that, but then you send like your Jaguar, but then you banish like other stuff that you might need later on in the game. So, and then obviously drawing 2 of that card is really bad. Even when you draw 1 off of 1, it's still really bad. I don't know. I can never see myself drawing 2. People always talk about like, oh, but mathematically it's like correct to play 3, but I just can't. I can't. That's just always been me. And then 1 will, 1 obviously the field spell, and then 1 of the best card, 1 and then 1 of each of the traps. You don't need more than 1 of this just because it's always searchable. This card's at 1. I mean, everyone knows this. And I think Will's like really strong. I was playing 1 Will and 1 Monster Born, but I don't think Monster Born is as necessary. Sometimes it's really good because people throw random stuff into the grave, and you're able to Monster Born it back. But usually that's just like a win more card, and this deck's very like controlly right now, and it's very grindy. And this card's just obviously the best for that, just being able to recur everything. And then I think Monster Born just a little, I don't know. I just didn't like it personally. I just didn't think it did enough. And it becomes another negate essentially, right? Like people just obviously negate that card. Depending on what they have in the grave, I'd rather have like Chalice and stuff where I could like stop multiple things. And then I don't know, and this card's always searchable, so you always have access to this. And then anything they put in the graveyard is not going to be as good as your stuff that you're able to make just by bringing something back. And I don't know, like I just don't think you need it. This card's always so searchable. So, and then as for the extra deck, which is not as important just because everyone plays the same extra deck, triple Bailings, triple Wolf, double Helio. I play this guy just because he's good against Alec and against Ultra guys sometimes. I mean, the fact that he doesn't like negate the activation kind of sucks sometimes, but this card's still really good. It protects you from a lot of stuff. So, and then this card's really good. The Splash Mage, obviously, just becomes like a way to like link up with like Jaguar and stuff. 1 Update Jammer, obviously. And this for the OTK, obviously. I mean, people already know the OTK. You make this with anything, make this, bring this back, make the access code, and then obviously OTK. He becomes 5,300 that could pop 3 cards and go in for games. So, and then 1 Babushka and 1 Dweller. Best rank 4s, obviously. This card is actually really good still, and then this card just became obviously really good with the whole Numeron stuff. And that's it for the extra deck. Like I said, everyone plays the same extra deck, so there's no real point in talking about that stuff. And as for the side deck, I'll show you guys my side deck that I've been playing. But this thing constantly changes, obviously, depending on the locals, or if you're going to like a bigger event, or you're playing like in the luxury tournaments, or just anything in general. Just this is all about reading the meta. So as of right now, it's triple Gamma, and then 1, obviously this thing. These cards are just necessary right now. You need it when you go second. Double Crow. I still play this card. It's actually very good. I don't know. I like it against the matchups that it's really good against. And I also just like it in the mirror. Triple Cosmic. Card's really good. And then triple Twin. These cards just kind of go hand in hand. I just want more outs to like back row decks. And I don't play Lightning Storm because outside of turn 1 it becomes like really bad. Because you always have like your Sanctuary, you always have something. And it just becomes like dead, you know what I mean? So I just don't like that card. And then this thing is obviously really good because you're able to discard like Spinny, Foxy, whatever you need. There's been situations where like they'll have like 3 back row or whatever, and then they flip up something like there can only be 1 and you have like nothing. You're able to just send like Foxy, pop the 2 back row. It's becomes just really good. I don't know, I like these cards a lot. And then obviously being able to pop with Foxy afterwards, you just pop 3 back row for no reason. And then the card when you go first, triple goes in match. I was trying to main this card, but there's so many times that you obviously go second, especially with my luck. So I just wanted a card that, when I'm guaranteed to go first, this card just always comes in against most matchups. And then obviously these cards go in when you're guaranteed to go second, which is why I don't main it. Because if you do go first, outside of turn 1, these aren't very good. Because at that point, you always have a board. And yeah, so I mean, that's it for the deck, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I explained everything that needed to be explained. And like I said, stay tuned for the zombie deck profile, and then maybe I'll do the TCG rewind if you guys are interested in Mystic Piper. Even though everyone was playing it, I thought it was going to be one of the rogue decks, but apparently everyone played it. So yeah, and then hopefully you guys enjoyed, guys. Hopefully I'll start doing more deck profiles, more videos in the future. I'll start making my channel what it was. And peace out, guys. Hopefully you guys have a good day. Later, guys.